New York's governor described it as a matter of life and death when he set up a containment zone around the city of New Rochelle. Now, this city has the largest cluster of COVID cases in the U.S., 108 cases in a city of around 78,000 people. Scott McGee is an anchor and managing editor of News 12 in New York. He's joining us this morning from White Plains, which is just outside that containment zone. Scott, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
The governor very clear yesterday, this is not a quarantine, this is containment, this is about facilities and not people. And as a reminder to our viewers, schools, places of worship and other spots where large group of people gather are closing to the public for 2 weeks. That starts on Thursday. What does this mean for people in and around that containment zone? What can they do? What can't they do?
Well, that is the key here, that it's not a quarantine, it's a containment. And even the word containment is probably a bit of a misnomer. It certainly gets people a little bit freaked out, frankly. And then when you bring in the fact that the National Guard is coming in, nobody wants that in any community where they live. So in this case, if you live inside this containment zone, which is it's a 1 mile square zone, it actually covers even the town next to New Rochelle, or parts of it anyway. It just means that any large gathering has been banned. So schools are now postponed for 2 weeks. Any gathering at a house of worship is now postponed. Any business that has a large number of people where they would gather, those have been banned for now. So yeah, it is a unusual situation to say the least. But people are just now having to learn how to deal with it.
You mentioned that the military has been called in. What will their role there be?
Well, the military, that's the thing. This is not a military engagement. This is not a military exercise at all. So in this case, they will not be carrying weapons. They'll be carrying soap and things to clean with. So their main goal really is to try to feed people in this zone. The biggest concern, frankly, as far as the people who live in New Rochelle, is the small businesses who live around here, that they are going to have. We were in a business yesterday at a nail salon that should have been packed full of people, and it was essentially empty because no one wants to come to New Rochelle to have their nails done right now. No one wants to come in to have lunch, and that is the main concern for a lot of people, is trying to keep these businesses alive, these small businesses. As far as the people who live there, they can come and go. There will not be a fence around New Rochelle. That's the main thing that a lot of people may think of when you think containment zone.
The center of the containment zone is the Young Israel Synagogue, where they believe most of the contamination happened. Started with one gentleman. Why is this thought to be the center of the outbreak?
We don't know why this one gentleman has contracted this disease. That is the strange thing. He was never in China. He was never in Italy. He was not in Iran. He was not anywhere where they've had a significant outbreak. He took a flight to Miami and back. And so we're still trying to figure out what exactly made this person patient zero for what is the main outbreak of this disease now in the entire country. And so he had a lot of contact within his community, and that is why this has exploded here in New Rochelle.
Scott, really quickly, we know this goes into effect on Thursday, that is tomorrow. What are people doing between now and then to get ready? What do preparations look like?
The stores are cleaned out of those basics, right? Just like when a snowstorm is coming in and people get bread, they get milk, they get supplies. Added to that, they're trying to get cleaning supplies. And so if you can get your hands on Purell right now, you are very fortunate. It is very difficult to get some of those Clorox wipes and all that kind of stuff. People have been doing that. They've been trying to get food just in case this 2-week quarantine happens somewhere else. People have been held in their house voluntarily for the most part so far. But the main thing is, for people in Canada, listen, there's a good chance something like this could happen there. This thing is still just starting. We're just now getting test kits. This is just getting to the point where we can really try to get ahead of this. Hopefully this will be slowed down. It won't get as bad as people think it might, but we just don't know. The problem with this disease is it is so contagious, and people can carry it without showing any symptoms.
Yeah, the new concern there. Scott McGee joining us from New York this morning. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.